Hey guys, what is going on? I'm TrickyMist, and welcome back to the Fragmented Podcast. Now, it is episode 9, and if you guys are new to the Fragmented Podcast, you guys may be wondering, what is the Fragmented Podcast, like, as a whole? Like, why should I sit here and listen? Well, the Fragmented Podcast is not a whole podcast, hence the first word, fragmented. And the whole idea behind it is just to, like, help me, like, learn on how to speak properly, better, without stuttering or anything like that. It's just a means for me to like get better at it, essentially. And since it's not a whole podcast, that means it's going to be bits and pieces of a podcast. But if you put it all together, like get rid of all the intros and stuff, hopefully it would flow, but it probably won't. Who knows? So the length of this podcast is going to range anywhere from like 10 minutes to maybe all the way up to 30 minutes. I don't think we're going to do a whole hour. I know we did a live stream of it once, but that was just mainly of me just like taking like hot spoons as we just went along talking, but essentially it just became me just torturing myself with all of the hot sauce that I have at the house. So that live stream didn't really go too well. But anyways, if you guys have ever noticed like the beginning episodes of the podcast, we at least like planned out, we had notes and everything, like the idea of like topics and stuff that we would be covering. But as the episodes went on later and later, we never like wrote down anything. We're just like going off of like top of our heads and everything like that. So it is pretty much just off the top of my head essentially right now. But maybe sometime in the future we will try and get back into the whole idea of writing down notes. Like I literally bought all these tiny little notebooks. Here, let me just show you. Like I even have this one like podcast topic ideas, but I haven't like touched it in a while. And there's so many pages that I could use, but we'll eventually get around to it, to actually to using it and stuff like that. But yeah, so in today's podcast we are going to be talking about the idea of stuff that you always like wanted to do but haven't like gone around to doing it. Like let's say it could be something as simple as wanting to work out, but whenever it comes to that idea of always wanting to do it but yet not feeling motivated, not doing much of anything, going like I'll do it tomorrow, and tomorrow just never comes. For me personally, I have like a few things that I've always wanted to do, but I've just never got around to doing it. For example, whenever I was like younger, like I was more and more like into shape and stuff like that, and there's just like this one idea that I've always wanted to do, but my body shape and everything like that probably isn't really meant to do it. And that's the idea of like being able to like jog around the town, you know. I honestly don't think I would be able to go as fast or anything like that. I know whenever I say jog, there's like some joggers out there who are going like, no, that's called running, sir. But for me, I always just call it jogging. Anyways, I usually can't last that long. My stamina is probably like way down there now, just because it's been like quite a few years since I've been out of high school and stuff like that, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. But will I ever get around to it? Most likely not. That's pretty much who I am at this point. I'm more of a gamer right now, and that's just kind of like how it's going. But there is like there's a few other ideas that I've always wanted to try. Like, for example, so I always thought, you know what would be cool? What if I could actually rap? And now knowing it, I'm going to be a terrible rapper. Especially like if I start stuttering mid-rap, that would be so embarrassing. But maybe sometime in the future, if we ever get around to it, we might have to practice and actually upload a song and use one of those free beats that people always put out. You know, those beats where they're like mid-beat, they'll like drop their name and everything like that. We'll have to like include their like channel and everything like that, so you guys could go check them out type of stuff. But we haven't gotten around to doing that quite yet, just because I've never ever written a bar, let alone even tried to rap, besides like trying to sing like, I don't know, Lose Yourself by Eminem and stuff like that. But there's just like so many like songs out there that people always like sing to and they always rap to and stuff like that. But I want to do like one of those like freestyles but I'm not lyrically like committed. I guess I'm not really super good at like piecing words together that would actually rhyme together. So I think that's just gonna be like a learning curve to actually get around to doing it. And I just honestly feel like one of these days I do want to try it, just because it would be so cool if we could actually do that. But I want it to be something like using the word tricky in it, not like a song that I always get told while I'm playing games. If you guys ever played SSX Tricky, it's one of the main songs that they use in that game. They're really old. Like, I forget if it's a GameCube game or maybe it's like PS2 game. But either way, I always get sung it all the time whenever I'm online. But it's just ridiculous. Like, I will definitely try and get to that point of being able to actually use it, or being able to write down notes and stuff like that. It's essentially like going to school at that point. School is always like one of those difficult topics that people would always be like, yeah, I'm gonna get better at this. Do they? Up for debate at that point. But I know I honestly always wanted to like get more into VR and stuff, but I don't really have the greatest headset to go ahead and like go about it, you know? But eventually, sometime in the future, I do want to get a headset that would be perfect. Like, I think there's the Oculus Quest 1, Quest 2, which I have the Quest 2. I know we kind of like transitioned into the whole idea of VR. My bad. I'm terrible at doing transitions, but we will work on that in the near future. But I honestly would love it if I could get like the Rift S, something that would actually hook up to the PC and then we could actually stream games on it. I think that would be just so neat. Also, if you guys are wondering what this thing is behind me, it's just a sweatshirt. It's draped over my gaming chair. But it would just be so neat if we could actually do one of those. Like, if you guys ever seen Phasmophobia, you could actually play in VR in Phasmophobia, and I tried doing it with the Quest 2, and for some reason, I could not download the software or anything. It would just say, can't connect. I've even, like, tried the laptop, which I always have a laptop up here. So if you guys ever see me, like, doing anything up here, it'll just be like, oh, laptop's right there. But anyways, I actually hooked it up to the laptop, and it would actually like download the software, except for the one thing is it's not a gaming laptop. It's like one of those like super cheap laptops. So even if I played Phasmophobia on it, it would, like, the laptop would not handle the game, let alone streaming. So that's kind of like a bust at that point. But hopefully in the near future we can actually get some more like stuff. I might have to save up for either the Rift S or look into getting the Index. I think it's called the Index. I'm not really sure. You know, one of those like high-tech things where it's just like Oculus, like really like high-tech. Like, it's like super expensive. It's where you even get like the tracking and stuff for your legs and waist and so on. Like, you see some of those like YouTubers and stuff use it all the time. I think there's one called like Chris VR Reality or something like that. Like, I know there's a YouTuber out there that did it. But anyways, actually no, I think it's called Chris Left Reality. I'm pretty sure that's what his username is. He has like one of those like more expensive like headsets. I don't believe it's the Rift S, it's the other one. But I'm almost thinking of getting that one. I just can't really think of the name of it, but I know it's pretty spendy. But overall, I would love it if I could like start learning on how to rap, let alone just like trying to like do research on words that actually rhyme, and then like piecing words together that would like fit into a bar, and like writing so many bars. Like, I know I've seen some YouTube videos saying when you're learning, you gotta write down bars. You have to write down bars before you try and rap into a beat, unless you're lyrically prepared. Like, mentally, if you're like right on point, then yes, you can do the freestyles and stuff like that. But if you're trying to like wing it like right off the top of your head, there's no way. Unless you're just gifted. But I am not gifted at all. It's always just been a struggle half the time. But what can you do about it? Really nothing much. But yeah, no. And then I also would love it if we could like just start streaming more and more often, and just like pretty much just putting everything that we have for free time into the channel. And this right here is just like one of those things that I would just love to do, just like pretty much just telling you guys what's going on with like my days and stuff, or weeks. It could be just something completely random, or even in the live streams if you guys go tune in for those. If I'm playing Roblox, I'm more than welcome to help out almost anyone. Regardless what game we're playing, if it's a game that I can actually help you out in, then yeah, I would love it. I would love it if I could like full on just spend all my time helping out the community as best as I can. But that's honestly just my opinion about it. But for the most part, I'm not really sure what we're going to do for episode 10. I know in one of the past podcasts, I did say episode 53 is going to be when we're going to start like putting in some other people that will actually join us for the conversations and stuff. I don't know what we're going to be talking about in those, but I did put a rule saying that they do have to be 18 years or older, just because of the idea of like if we cover topics that might be more mature. It's mainly like the only reason. I don't really want to mess around with that too much. But for the most part, I think that will just have to do it for today's podcast. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. Like the video, comment down below any topics you guys want me to cover, or if you just have straight up questions, I'll simply answer them. I'll even like read off the username that asked the question. But anyways, that'll just have to do it. Anyways, I should be streaming. Well, I try to stream almost every day. So if you guys go tune into those and just say hi, I'll say hi back. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I guess I'll see you guys all in the next one, and have a great rest of your day. See ya.